proactive listening. Now these are going to be scenarios where the people are doing it right, but we want to see what they're demonstrating. What is the tip? Do you mean you feel overworked and underappreciated? No, actually I just feel overworked. Okay, so what is this, the first speaker, what are they demonstrating? What tip?
Oh, they're paraphrasing.
They're not paraphrasing.
I mean, they are seeking clarifying.
Clarify, asking clarifying questions. Secret number one, ask clarifying questions to make sure you've heard the other person correctly. Okay, secret number two, can you explain what you mean when you say you can't change the procedure? Well, I'd like to change it, but I don't have the authority. So what is this person doing? What kind of question are they asking? Is it a yes/no question?
No, it's probing.
Probing, open-ended
Open-ended.
question. Right. I like that. Okay. Secret two, ask open-ended questions. And secret number three, proactive listening. What I hear you saying is that you don't care if we format it your way, you just want us all to agree on which way to do it, right? And the person responds, yes, that's exactly right. So what is this demonstrating? I heard somebody say paraphrasing. Yes, paraphrasing. Number three is reflect back to the other person what you have heard with passion and conviction. This is paraphrasing what you heard. And with passion and conviction, I think is the most important phrase. So if you're a good actor, you're going to be better at this. What you want to do is put yourself in the other person's shoes, reflect back what they would say, and have all the feelings and emotions that they have. Does it mean you agree with them? No. That's a very important distinction because somebody may be upset with you. And if you're able to reflect back with passion and conviction, their walls are going to kind of go down. And you're more likely to be able to communicate. It does not mean you agree with them. It's a really important point. Let's go to, on the bottom of page 3, see these barbells? It says, give 3 examples of body language. We're not going to do this now, but several places in the workbook you're going to see the barbells as an icon. So, as an example, when you go to the doctor, let's say you have acute tendinitis in your shoulder. You go to the doctor, he gives you a cortisone shot. That's what today's training is. Refresher, gives you a big shot of adrenaline and memory and remembering what these skills are. But your doctor also may give you physical therapy, right? So here are your exercises and do them at home. That's what this is, okay?
Darcie, can I interrupt you for a minute?
Yes.
Have you had that thing?
Tendinitis, I actually do.
It's so, I mean, so real, the way you I just came off and now you're going.
You had tendinitis too?
I did, and I had that shot.
Oh,
It didn't
cortisone
work.
shot hurts too, they don't tell you that.
And I went through the
Well, it's not gonna, this is not gonna hurt. Not
physical
fast.
therapy too, but you're too young.
Oh, I know. It's a long story. I can tell you about all my aches and pains. But today is the cortisone shot, and this is an exercise for you to do at home, just like the other barbell icons. And some of them are little games or, fun little things to do. Do it a week from now, a month from now, maybe even better, Sometime when you're just burned out at work and you're like, okay, if I do this, I'm still doing work, but it's helping me with some of these skills, okay? So just come back to these things as a reminder because, the learning can continue, and I think that's important. Okay, so getting to the rules. I'm going to tell you a little story. We're on page 4. A Cherokee elder was teaching his grandchildren about life. And he said to them, inside of me there are 2 wolves fighting. And one of them represents joy, peace, love, hope, sharing. serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, friendship, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. And the other wolf stands for fear, anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. And so,
Arrogance and condescending.
is that not on there?
No.
Arrogance and condescension.
Arrogance, yeah, but condescending. How about?
Condescending is good too. So the children heard this and thought about it for a minute, and one of the children said, "Grandfather, which will win?" And he simply replied, "The one you feed." So what I'd like you to do now is think about an ongoing situation in your professional life where you feel you have an attitude that may need to be improved. And it's probably being fed by one or several of these. Do you have a big bad wolf dragging your attitude down? Now it could be in relation to working with a particular person. Maybe you have some resentment against them. Maybe it's perfectly deserved. You feel you should be resentful of them. It doesn't change the fact that you have an attitude that's dragging you down. Maybe it has to do with a project or task where you feel it's below you, so it's inferiority. You don't like being stuck in this position. Maybe it has to do with a past event at work that's haunting you, or you still have a grudge, or you feel guilty about something. Okay, so I want you to give that some thought right now. And if you want to, jot down some keywords, but you're going to talk with a partner about this situation, this area where your attitude can be improved. And we all have these. Not one of us is completely perfect.